Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Acavino back with Matt Fulmer, and this is Norristown Area High School Boys Varsity Basketball. And Matt, it's great to be back for this season. The Eagles are off to a hot start so far.
Indeed they are, and if you were here Wednesday night for the game, you obviously know that.
Starting for Central Bucks down, number 3, Pat McLaughlin. I'm sorry.
Okay, CBE's roster is being read as the starters come out to midcourt, shake hands with Coach Mike Evans for Norristown.
Number 12, Tim McLaughlin. Number 14, Gabe Montemora. And number 23, Sean Visco.
Okay, those are your starters for CB East. We'll now go for the starters for Norristown.
And now for the Eagles. Number 33, Quentin Watson. Number 32, James Ramsey. Number 4, Wes Graham III. Number 2, Maurice Briggs. And number 1, Sheldon Mayer.
Okay, and that is the starting lineup for the Norristown Eagles. And Matt, Norristown, as I mentioned in the opening, has been coming off a hot start here.
Well, absolutely. If you look at the last game against Lansdale Catholic, 85-40, a complete rout. Lansdale Catholic barely even showed up. And actually, I was told by a source that a couple of their players have just come off of playing basketball, and they weren't playing football, so they weren't really in rhythm. They were playing basketball like football players, throwing up a lot of bricks. The mechanics just weren't there.
Well, over the past couple of years, Norristown has produced some strong playoffs teams. They haven't made it too far in the playoffs. Hopefully this year trying to extend that. And it's around this time, this holiday time, to get ready for the Triangle Tournament, which we've been victorious in 2 years in a row. So let's see if they can continue that. That comes up later in the season, but we're ready to start this game. 8 minutes on the clock, and we'll have the tip-off at midcourt. Okay, there's the tip, possession right away to Norristown. Sheldon Mayer back to it.
Well, and what you said about the playoffs is really interesting. They've done pretty well. They've made it and played all right. Of course, they haven't made it as far as they would have liked to, but for a lot of the fans that remember, 20, 30 years ago, they're not getting very far at all. So a lot of people are anxious to see them take it all the way.
All right, well, attempt there by Norristown. No good on that attempt, and here comes CB East now, getting a look at their offensive drive. Okay, Norristown trying to set up the defense for three. That one's in. 3 points. CB East takes the 3-0 lead with 7:15 to go in the first quarter.
Oh, and that's interesting because as soon as he jacked that one up, I didn't think it was going to go. Quick pull up, and he made it.
Okay, Norristown again turns the ball over.
A lot of contact on that, but I don't think they called the contact until the very end of the play. And yeah, it's going to go against Norristown.
Well, already Norristown has turned the ball over once again. They can't do that. That's probably the only weakness that this team usually has year by year. Turnovers are costly.
Well, and in addition to turnovers, free throws have been an Achilles heel, but lately not so much.
True. Okay, CB East making the roundabout here. Here's a shot, another one from three-point land, no good. Back out, we're gonna try another try. Here we go, inside, pass way back. Wow, CB East really moving the ball around. Shot, again, faked, shot from 3 points, no good, and finally Sheldon Mayer tips it, and here comes Norristown storming down. Russell Graham gets it, and he is called for an offensive foul.
They're gonna say he had his feet set. That was a close call, but the officials seem to feel that they've made the right one, and from as far as I can tell, I think they did.
Okay, so 6 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. Norristown still down by 3. CB East leads at 3-0. All right, CB East still moving the ball around. That shot, no good. Norristown comes up with it. Boy, Matt, you got to give it to CB East. They're really coming out aggressive.
They are, but the problem is they're not looking for the easy shot. They've taken over 5 perimeter shots already. They're just jacking them up. Granted, they're getting some open looks, but you can't take that shot. You notice how Norristown is driving the lane, and they're going to say there was a travel there, but they're driving the lane. They're trying to get that easy two, trying to get the layup, and that's how you can generate the jump shots later. You draw that penetration, you draw defenders to the middle, you have open guys out on the perimeter.
5:50 now to go in the first quarter. Still CB East leading by 3. Both sides have been missing the basket. Again, CB East almost loses the ball. Nice behind the back dribble there. And Norristown comes up with a good job by the defense. Charging in, no good. Skims the rim, we have a whistle. Let's see.
And that should be Briggs going to the line, yep. Briggs was fouled in the act of shooting.
Okay, this will be a good testament of how their free throw shooting is going to be tonight. First one is no good. And you can't give those up early, especially being down so far, even though the lead is not that big.
Well, this early on, free throws don't appear to be that important, but down the stretch, every point matters.
True. And a travel's called, so both free throw attempts by Briggs, no good. And Norristown's called on the travel, so CB East gets the ball right back and another turnover.
Well, and that shows you right there, they need to slow it down overall. That's the second traveling call so far tonight, and it's still early. And that's a shame that ended up the way it did. That was a marvelous pass and a great backdoor cut.
All right, CB East goes to the line at 5:15 now in the first quarter. They're still up by 3. First of the pair is good, and he'll get another one. Two for 2. CB East now leads at 5-0, and Norristown has got to get their acts together.
Well, they are penetrating and they're getting to the hoop. They're just not making the shots.
Sheldon Mayer comes up with 2 points right there. Nice job by Sheldon. It's now 5-2. CB East still leading by 3. Look at Mayer's defense right there. Nice job. Finally inside, East takes the shot. Little hook shot there. No good, and it's going to be Norristown's ball.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul on 23. Biscombe there. He definitely hacked. And that's his second. He's going to come out of the game. Not even halfway through the first quarter. 2 fouls.
Okay, here comes big Sheldon Mayer. Pass inside. No good, and again turns the ball over, and CB East gets it right back. 4 minutes, 25 seconds now in the first quarter.
And that was a great look. The pass was just a little bit off, and he didn't seem ready to grab it, but it's a missed opportunity.
CB East really working the outside. Another shot for three. That one's off. It seems that CB East, they really like to fake that they're going inside, but again, they're staying outside behind that three-point line.
Well, the key to getting those open threes is you have to actually penetrate and show that you have a threat in the lane, and they haven't done that. All they do is just swing it in and out, a couple passes inside, but eventually it comes back out and they jack up that three. Sometimes you're going to get it open, but if you don't prove that you can get some good penetration, you're not going to get the three-pointer the way you want it.
Okay, Norristown trying to put a couple more points on the board. Shot there is good. Add two more. And it's now 5-4 CB East. Norristown only down by one now with 3 minutes 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. And CB East starts to get back on their heels a little bit. Again, really moving the ball around. Norristown's defense is very aggressive over the past couple of years, and they seem like they're doing the same thing this year. It really works. Here's Russell Graham. Powers up. Hands it off.
That's a charge.
Yep, it is. And another foul there for Norristown.
He definitely had his feet set on that one. And as far as defense goes, one thing that East is doing very well, they're getting their feet set and they're getting in front of their men.
All right, Norristown has so far 4 team fouls. CB East has 3 team fouls, and it's 3 minutes and 24 seconds now in the first quarter. And CB East right back with the ball again. Fakes a shot, passes it, top of the key, shot for 3, right on the money, and it is now 8-4 CB East. Here comes Norristown.
Number 5 is going to keep dropping it on him if they don't challenge him out at the line. If they let them just pull up for the three-pointers, they're going to take them all night. You have to keep them honest, make them drive the lane.
Shot there is no good. Norristown gets to the rebound, and we have a foul. It's going to be on number 14 on CB East. Okay.
That's the team's 4th right there, and they're going to make a substitution.
All right, there we go. First shot is good. Second one kind of spins around, does a little dance, and finally goes in, man.
Sometimes you need a little luck. And to look at the importance of free throws, had they made the 2 earlier on, it would be a tie instead of a 2-point deficit.
All right, CB East finally called on a travel, and Norristown will get the ball right back.
Yeah, 1 too many steps there, Steve.
8 to 6. CB East still leading it by 2. 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Oh, that was
Shot
a beautiful
there.
move.
Nice move, and add 2 more. It is now 8-8. All tied up here in the first quarter. So Norristown comes back from their deficit.
Yeah, you have to love when a player can do that. Khalif Wyatt turns to the one side, turns to the other, and just completely fakes out his man.
Pass there, really sloppily played. And here comes Norristown right back the other way. Back out to Graham. Graham he's got 2 defenders on him. Finally passes it back out. Move inside, and 2 more. Oh, and they say no basket. It's Norristown's ball. Wow. I mean, CB East ball. And Norristown loses it on that play. Wow. Questionable, huh?
I think they're calling another blocking foul. Or rather, charging foul. Blocking would be on the defense.
Well, we're not so close to the play, so it's really hard for us to tell from here what happened there. But as we know, the call stands, and CB East gets it back. Good break for them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good defense right there. They had to call a timeout, but I'm positive just about that was a charge. Because you saw him rise up, and they both went down in a big heat. And East has been doing a good job setting their feet down low, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
We've seen everything so far, from travels to the fouls that we've seen now. All right, let's say we're Norristown right now. You've tied the score right now, 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. What's your game plan if you're Coach Mike Evans for the rest? I know this is much to ask, but a few things that Norristown can do.
Well, right now it's just the basics. You want to keep playing the solid defense down low, maybe step it up a little bit out on the three-point line, especially against number 5. He's the one that's been killing you. He's got 2 3-pointers, both for his team tonight so far. So you want to keep an eye on number 5. And other than that, just keep getting into the lane and getting those layups. Right now they might not be falling, but if you keep taking them, they're going to start falling. They're high percentage shots. And they also open you up for the perimeter.
All right, here comes CB East. They're just moving the ball around, looking for that open opportunity. Russell Graham doing a good job there, staying on his man.
You see how tight they're watching the perimeter now?
And it's fun to watch when they do it because they do it very well. Here comes Russell Graham, long pass. Oh!
Oh, now see, that went off his knee, but do you call that a foul? Number 12 kind of pushed into him.
That was,
I guess they're not going to call that, but
that was very questionable, and nonetheless here, CB East is getting the ball right back.
I guess you figure number 12's momentum.
Shot there for 3, and CB East continues to sink the three-point shots. Under a minute to go in the first quarter, 11-8 CB East. Another travel called. Boy, we've seen so many extra steps tonight. I think I'm watching Dancing with the Stars, and I swear this isn't it. I thought it was a basketball game.
Yeah, number 5, Wyatt, obviously upset with that call, but keeps his composure nonetheless.
Inside shot, and that one sits on the rim, finally goes in. Thank you.
And that's the threat that they've been looking for all night tonight. Now they're more legitimate since they've done that. You have to watch them closer down low.
13-8 now. CB East leads it with 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. Okay, Russell Graham has it. Foul called there, and Norristown will go to the line.
That'll be Khalif Wyatt to shoot 2.
First one is in, and Wyatt's a pretty good free throw shooter. I just didn't want to jinx him on that first shot.
Yeah, let's just jinx him on the second.
Oh, boy. I'll be getting that all the way into the parking lot tonight.
Right at the buzzer. Now the offensive boards are key.
Count the basket. So at the end of the first quarter, it's CB East 13 and Norristown 11. And this has just been one weird first quarter. It seems that mostly every year, at least since we've been doing the games, there's got to be at least one weird quarter where things that we're not used to seeing this team do, they end up doing.
Right. Well, and obviously, like you said, that was the quarter, and they seem to be coming out of it. Those shots down low are starting to fall, and they're getting a little bit better chances on offense. So it's looking like it is going to come around, and we're going to see the team that we know, that we've seen over the past week and a half when they've rattled off all these wins and scored all these points.
Well, I too bet the nerves, the excitement, the anticipation is high. I mean, they started off, really well so far, and they want to keep that going. And somewhere in the back of their minds, that is there, saying we've got to keep it perfect going into this triangle tournament. I know that's one of their goals.
Well, and that's definitely something that you have in the back of your mind when you're playing for a team that's undefeated. And it's a tough thing to really get your mind around because you start to let this fear seep in. What happens if we lose? We need to win this.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's good and it's bad at the same time.
I know, and I think we can possibly say from experience, it's hard to look at the present and keep our eyes away from the future and just concentrate on the job at hand. And Norristown's just got to do that. And here comes CB East. Travel again. We've seen a lot of those so far in this first half.
A lot more than usual.
Shot here by Norristown for three. That one bounces no good off the glass.
And he was wide open on that
Long
one.
pass here, CB East.
Now, did you see that? 4 white shirts back on defense. That's hustle.
Oh! Is that going to roll?
Oh.
It doesn't. Oh, can't get it to
man.
go. Hung a little bit too much there on the rim and did not go in. So Norristown coming close there, 7 minutes, 13 seconds down the second quarter. Shot there, three-point shot, no good. And here comes Russell Graham for Norristown. Inside.
Little double pump there. You know, I'm not sure you want to go for that alley-oop at this point. Down by 2, not a big deficit, but down by 2. I guess it's still early, so if you don't get it, it's okay. But I don't know if I would have done that if I was in position to pass that ball.
You know what, I'll tend to say I'll agree with you on that, because right now it's not about showboating or doing anything about that. It's just keeping your mind saying we're down by 2 points. Every drive we've got to work. You can't give up on these drives no matter what team you're playing, because if you give up, you're going to find yourself behind the entire game.
Well, and that's true, but let me play the devil's advocate.
Okay.
Now, did you hear how the crowd went nuts on that as we watch Wyatt make both? The crowd went nuts. So you get your fans into it when you do that, which is also something that you need. So it's a toss-up. It really is.
Shot there is no good, so we're starting to see CB East not finding the mark. And here comes Norristown. 13-13. Shot there is no good. Rebound attempt, no good. And a foul called. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Well, and what's happening right now to East is what you see when a team lives and dies by the perimeter shot. Right now they're dying by it. You have your hot and cold streaks. Right now, the cold.
First shot is good. Second shot also good. It's 15-13. Norristown has taken the lead in this game by 2. But here comes CB East. Pass block there. Nice job to keep it in by Sheldon Mayer, but CB East gets it right back.
I think right now the Eagles want it a little bit more than East does.
Definitely showing more aggression, more passion right now. Here comes Sheldon Mayer. Mayer up with it. Oh, misses, but nice rebound. And Norristown adds 2 more. 17-13 now with 6:06 to go in the second quarter. Norristown is up by 4. That ball kind of just sits at the top of the glass. Finally out of bounds, and it's Norristown's possession. Well, Norristown's starting to catch some of the good breaks here.
Absolutely, and that fast break by Mayer, you can't just assume that your teammate's going to get that first shot. So great help from his teammate, went up there and got the rebound. And you can say right now that Norristown's definitely winning the battle on the boards. And they do have a little bit of size over East, if you notice that. And I'm kind of surprised to see this call here go in Norristown's favor. I was expecting to see a charge here, but I guess his feet weren't set like I thought they were.
All right, first shot is good for Norristown. And as he shoots his second shot, it's that time of year again, that holiday tournament atmosphere as the Triangle Tournament comes back here to Norristown Area High School. And this team at Norristown, that is really fun to watch during tournament time. Champions 2 years in a row. And as we see there, Norristown will lose the ball.
And yeah, they're going to give it to East. I disagree with that call. We had a bird's eye view of that one, and East was definitely the last to touch that. Number 5, the last to touch that one. But and as of right now, Norristown an 8-0 run. So they've really picked it up.
5 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the second quarter. 19-13 Norristown. Norristown gets to the rebound pass. It is out on, they're going to say it's out on White.
That one was off of number 3. There's another call.
And we got a timeout. Boy.
I don't know. Those last 2 calls, I'm not sure I agree with them. I think that one was definitely off of number 3.
That last one, I think, was designed to go off CB East, and I think it did. From the vantage point we had, looked pretty close to being Norristown's possession there.
I think it was half an effort to make a pass instead of taking it out of bounds, and half an effort to just bounce it off of the opponent. And I think it did bounce off of the opponent, despite the call. And I think that's clear to more than one person. You can see a few players out on the court were upset. They felt the same way that I did about that call.
Well, quickly, we just want to tell you, if you're coming in for that triangle tournament, mark your calendars for those times and come in and see this team play and root them on, as I think they're going to be another dominant force this year. So mark it down on your calendars. Make an effort to come to the triangle tournament during the holidays break. And CB East finally strikes there.
And now see, they were close to out of bounds on the other side of the court in the beginning of that play. A great full court press by the Eagles. Of course, then that hurts you when you go to the other side.
Wow.
Beautiful move there, and Norristown will get the call. It'll be a blocking foul.
Four minutes and 54 seconds as it stands here in the first half. Norristown up by 4, 19-15, and again we see that number of team fouls skyrocket to 9 for CB East. Jared Smart on the line. Second shot's no good, but Norristown does get one there.
And Smart gives the ref a little hug there.
20-15, Norristown leads it by 5. Nice little cushion.
Nice cushion, but their work is not done yet.
All right, let's see what the call is here. One referee says Norristown, the other referee called a foul. Wyatt gets called on the foul, it looks like, so CB East will get the ball. Looking to inbound. Well, picked off, a nice job. That's Smart right there, seeing that. Picking that play off. Good job
And
by
that's
Norristown.
that's just hustle and athleticism. And Mayer uncontested.
Mayer puts 2 more on the board. 22-15 now. Norristown with 4 minutes 20 seconds to go in the first half. Another steal. Here comes Norristown. Shot there, no good. Gets the rebound. Places that one. Mayer has it. And finally a call there. But boy, we're starting to see Norristown kind of getting that groove they always seem to get into.
And right now they're playing with great mechanics. If you look at Mayer, the smallest guy on the floor, got that board over 2 defenders that were taller than him. That's because he boxed out and he used the power. He jumped. And that was like the second or third offensive board. So the rebounds right now, one of the main things that are sustaining the Eagles right now.
Norristown is playing some heads-up basketball right now. They're in the game, making great decisions, so far. And here goes Mayer's shot. It's up and it's good.
Mayor's going first. Shipping's back. And so is Jimmy the block. Shipping block.
Second shot, no good. Norristown does get to the rebound, though.
Playing that full court press again.
CB East finally steals it away with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Norristown leads at 23-15. Shot there is off the glass, nowhere close to the basket. And here comes Norristown. Shots up, no good. Rebound is good. Mark it, 25-15 now. Norristown is up by 10. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go now in the first half.
Well, and the score right now just proves even further that relying on the jump shot, the long-range jump shot, will hurt you. I mean, as they make that one there, it will hurt you in the long run because that's a 14-4 run by Norristown. Excuse me, 14-5.
3 minutes, 3 seconds now to go in the first half. 25-18, Norristown with the lead. Russell Graham takes a breather, finally passes it off. Wyatt has it, and he puts it in off the glass for two. 27-18 now, Norristown. Pass there, broken up by Norristown. Good job by the defense.
East in somewhat of a frenzy now. They have to calm down. It's going to continue to go in this pattern if they don't slow down and get it down low a little bit.
I'm going to tell you, CB East has got to go down to a Sherwin-Williams to get a taste of paint because they are not finding it here.
Well, right you are. They do need to get into the paint. At least generate some open jump shots and stop turning the ball over.
All right, Russell Graham has it. All right, 2 shots coming up. Fouls on CB East.
And that was about a foot away, a human foot, not a foot in measurement, from being on Russell Graham.
Ooh, Graham's first shot off the front of the rim. He'll get another. Second one is good. Make it 28-18. Norristown up by 10 over CB East. 2 minutes, 14 seconds now to go in the first half. Norristown gets the ball right back. Can't get fancy. Missed the 2 points there. Here comes Norristown. Wyatt back with it, and a foul called.
A lot of contact on that one.
Again, I don't like to see Norristown getting too fancy. It seems it bites them. Each time they try to do that little move, it costs them points. I don't care if you're up by 10. You've got to go for those points.
Well, I think the move right there that you saw Wyatt going for was to throw off the defender. Instead of just going up with it, going down and then up with it, kind of throws him off. You can get your defender to jump, as happened right there. You got him to jump and foul because he expected the ball to be coming out of Wyatt's hands, and it wasn't. So it has its benefits.
That's the most emotion I've seen from a coach that has entered this, a visiting coach, in a long time.
Trying to get his players to play.
Well, we'll see if it's effective. Here goes CB East.
There they are with the long shot again.
Wyatt back out to Graham. Graham will throw it back to Wyatt. Move it over to Sheldon Mayer. Sheldon's shot is good for three. Sheldon Mayer coming up big.
Wide open, nothing but nylon. You got to take that.
1 minute, 21 seconds now to go in the first half. CBE's coming right back for 2 points. 34-20 now. Norristown leads it. Coming up on that 1 minute mark in the first half.
And finally, you see East with a little bit of penetration, an inside bucket. I think it was about 6 minutes ago the last time they did that.
Okay, Russell Graham trying to have a little fun here, throwing off the defenders. Back over to Mayer. Mayer fakes, bounce pass to Graham. Graham shot for three. That one bounces out. CB East the other way. Mayer's back, and
that'll be on
take
Mayer.
the foul.
That was a reach.
Not a bad foul at this point.
No, you can live with a few of those, and you can also live with a three-pointer like the one Graham threw up. I mean, 14-point lead. You can take a few of those. Now, you don't want to go, too happy with that and take a bunch of them. But 1 or 2, 3, it's okay. Because you're going to get a couple to fall.
Shot's no good. So it works out for Norristown, and we are coming up. Half a minute to play now in the first half. Russell Graham is just going to take his time. Sheldon Mayer, back to Graham. Nice little cat and mouse here.
Well, they're playing for the last possession here. They don't go by a shot clock, so
True.
9 seconds now, 8 left in the game.
That's
in
the
the
great.
half, rather.
This is the good thing for them. All right, we got 5 seconds to go on the clock, and that's one good thing. The pressure's not there, or the shot clock, that added pressure.
Right. And that was a foul there on number 3, a blocking foul. Feet weren't set, and here we go again, deja vu. Khalif Wyatt at the line for 2. And free throws, again, huge. Just like in Monday night's game with McCaskey. The first 31 minutes of the game, Graham went 0 for 5, and then in the last few minutes, 6 for 6 to bring them into the lead for that game.
At the buzzer. Ooh, that one almost goes. Doesn't. So at the end of the first half, it's Norristown 36, CB East 20. And Matt, what are we going to expect for Norristown to come out and do in the second half?
Well, in the second half, I would look to see more of the same. Each game or every few games, you see that hiccup quarter, and we saw that in the first quarter. At 16-point lead, they really took control in that second frame. So I just expect to see more of the same. Maybe we'll see a bit of a change in game plan from East. And if I'm coaching East right now, I'm definitely going to tell them penetrate and get the ball down low. And if you can't do that, you're going to have to move the ball more than you are, take your time with your passes, and get an open look, because jacking up those shots, they're not going to get anywhere except, have a larger deficit. So,
well, Norristown's looking to keep it perfect. We'll find out in the second half. We hope you stay with us. We still have 16 more minutes of basketball to play. Come right back. Here at halftime, Norristown leads CB East 36-20 here on the Norristown Varsity Basketball Network and ASD TV, channel 28. We'll be back after this, so stick around, folks.